Single most impactful things that I ever did for my real estate photography business, Luxury Vision, was hiring a virtual assistant. And that's someone who could manage all my deliveries, QC, and even talk to my clients just as good as I can, but all day, 24/7. So I don't need to be checking my phone and constantly stressed about getting back to clients on time or making revisions and managing it all myself. First of all, the stress is unnecessary. And second of all, you need to be spending your time doing higher leverage tasks that actually grow your business and make you more money. Here's exactly how I have hired a virtual assistant for myself, as well as helped lots of other companies do the same thing. First of all, go to upwork.com. This is a site where you can hire contractors. Now, make a simple job title like real estate photography, virtual assistant. Put in your job description exactly what you need, which should be doing quality control over photos, getting deliveries ready and sent out to clients on time, and then managing client revision requests, emails, and texts. Those are the main things that a virtual assistant who doesn't even really know English that well can do extremely well for you and save you a ton of time on. And I'm going to show you how you can use AI tools to make that happen. Okay, so you can even put the price per hour down as low as $3 an hour. And in many countries, that is actually a good salary and more than someone might make working at a local job. I personally have found extremely smart, talented, hardworking people at $3 an hour. And over time, if they do a good job, you can increase the pay rate. That's up to you, of course. Okay, so you'll get like 30 applicants, and a bunch of people will just be spray and pray sending you AI written BS. And you'll want to find just like the top 3 people who look like they have experience, and check that number of hours worked. Make sure they've worked a long time at past projects. They have good reviews, good ratings, and the projects in the past have been something that requires attention to detail, responsibility, and maybe is even somewhat similar. I've heard from people in the real estate photography industry that finding a previous transaction coordinator that worked with a real estate agent is the best person because they know the mindset of a real estate agent and the industry and how it works and what agents want. Okay, so find your top 3 candidates and then just literally work with them and hire them as a contractor for a week, all 3 of them. You're never gonna know if someone's good until you work with them. Whether or not you interview them, you just won't know. So here's what you can do. Tell them, all right, I'll pay you for your time and we're just gonna do a test week. And then the best of the 3, you'll hire on full time. So you'll hire all 3 as contractors, and here's what you'll have them do. Throughout the week, when you get emails, send the email that you received from a client that's either asking to like book a shoot online or ask for some sort of revision request or is complaining about like a missing shot. Send that email to the person and make sure you get like 10 or 20 and just ask them to draft the response that they would send. Now, this might also be outside the scope of what you want, but my virtual assistant at my real estate photography business also does our Instagram posts every single day, finds the photos, the videos, does the captions, and they also do once a week newsletter that gets sent out to all of our clients. So if you want to do that too, you could have them draft Instagram posts in your newsletter. But if this is more just a delivery role, then you just want to mimic what that job is. So basically, as texts come in and as emails come in, you're going to ask them to draft a response. Now, throughout the week, you're going to get a very good idea of who gets it and who gets the attention to detail and customer service and who's kind of just giving you BS words that they think will make the realtor happy versus who actually gives you a response that's going to solve the issue. And also just ask that person what the next sequence of steps they would do is. You know, if someone asks for an edit request, what are you going to do? And if they say, well, I'm going to reach out to the editor on Slack and ask for a revision and send them this, as well as these details, you'll know this person's diligent, okay? So you just want to test how they're actually thinking and responding in real time. Same thing with text messages. Also, like throughout this week, see who's the most responsive. That means that they want it the most. You also might not even need to do a week. It might be abundantly clear after just a few days, okay? So anyway, after a few days or a week, you're gonna very clearly see like who's responding the fastest, who's the smartest, most diligent, and gonna be helpful for everything you need to do, right? You're just actually testing what kind of replies would they do, what actions would they take, and then you can go ahead and hire them full time. Okay, the second thing you want is just grab some real estate listings that you've got back from your editor or from AI and ask them to do the quality control and let you know and make any changes that need to be made and get it staged for delivery, like in their own folder, okay? So do this with like 5 properties. See if they miss anything. See if they look over, maybe there's a camera in the mirror that didn't get removed. Maybe it was a twilight order. Maybe the editor did some weird masking around the trees where the sky was like too blue cutting off the leaves. I don't know, just the basic things that you look out for. See if they see that attention to detail. Obviously, you need to give them a tutorial first. And so here's how you set the expectation, okay? Because these virtual assistants can be great, but largely they're great at following instructions. So if you don't have a playbook for them, then you're screwed because they're only going to be as good as the processes you put in place. So here's what you need to do. First of all, define what is the work, what is the admin work that is taking the most of your time every day? Are you spending 2 or 3 hours doing quality control and getting every shoot ready for delivery? Because that's something that can be done for $3 an hour. You don't need to be doing that yourself. But you need a good system, you need to put it into a checklist if you want to be able to replace yourself. It's exactly what I did. I got that done in a week. I got my time back. Now instead of 4 hours a day doing QC, I was spending 4 hours a day making cold calls and scaling my revenue, right? Okay, but so many people get caught in the trap of only thinking that they can do it. Oh, no one's ever gonna do it better than me. It's not true, guys. It's a simple task. Anyone can do it just as good as you if you put it into a checklist. So here's what you gotta do. Get a free Loom account, record yourself going through like 3 different properties, doing the quality control, talk about what you're looking for, and then you'll have those 3 video demos of you doing it. Then in Loom for that video, click copy transcript, then go to ChatGPT, paste the transcript in, and at the top of that, put a prompt that says, turn this into a standard operating procedure I can give to a virtual assistant that is simple, concise, and a checklist so that they can follow it and there's no ambiguity, and even if there's a language barrier, they know exactly what to do. Then you can just paste this SOP that ChatGPT creates into a document and then give that to them as their SOP, okay? And it should be checklist style. So every single shoot they get, they go through, they know what to do. Things you might include in that are check the order details. If there's 35 photos, you gotta make sure we deliver 35 photos. And if there's a Twilight add-on, make sure that we have 3 Twilight photos. What to look out for, what's good quality and what's bad quality. What style do you ensure? What's your deadline? How does the photos get delivered? Just record yourself doing it a few times, paste the transcript into AI and you'll get an SOP. This will save you hours. Before AI, I used to take like a week to do this when I was hiring people. Now it can literally be done one shot in like 5 minutes, okay? So you've gone on Upwork or some other job site, you've found someone who's willing to work at a low rate, who's diligent, and has passed your test on communication. Okay, and so the other way that you can leverage AI, you want to maintain your brand voice and your tonality. I recommend 2 things as far as client communication goes. 1, you do not use a personal email for your business, you have a business account. Ours is office@luxuryvision.net. All of our administrative team is logged in there, as well as you should be as the business owner, so you can monitor it, make sure everything's looking good. But that's going to be where deliveries get sent out, orders come in, revision requests come in, as well as questions around pricing, invoicing, etc. Second, do not use your personal phone number for your business. Download OpenPhone. If you do not have it, you can share this across team members. You just log in with an email and you can have as many people in there as you want. Text messages come in, you can all see them, you can comment internally within the messages. And yeah, if your clients are used to texting you directly, this is how I got that to stop. I said, okay, I'm cutting this off today. I'm just telling everyone that I got a new number and to text that and that this one's going out of service. That's what I did. And guess what? They all started texting the new number. I told them to delete mine. And yeah, a year later, I'll still get like old clients occasionally texting my number. We literally just respond from the new OpenPhone number and I just delete the message that they texted my personal. My voicemail also says, hey, you've reached Matt Gia. If you're trying to book for Luxury Vision, call 508-901-2250. That's our new number with OpenPhone. And they know to call that. So that if I miss it, I don't need to text them and tell them the new number. And we always make sure we respond from the new number. So anyway, that allows you to monitor your VA, but then they can be communicating. And also, like, you don't need to set up business hours because you can have a VA on at all times of the day. At my business, we never miss a booking because we're always the first one to respond, make availability, and get back to the client. Because guess what? I can be sitting eating dinner and my VA is on OpenPhone responding for me. Now you're going to say, how are we going to maintain our brand voice? How are we going to how are they going to know what to say? Well, you use AI. Here's what you do. To maintain your tonality and how you talk, go into your email, find the last like 30 replies that you've sent out over email, even 20 is okay. Go to ChatGPT and create a custom GPT. It's so easy to do. They've done all the heavy lifting for you. You just go in there and in the system instructions and prompt, say something like this. Your task is to take in a response and reword it in the style of the following emails, and then do like a colon, and then paste all like 20 or 30 of your most recent emails across a wide variety of client responses. So whether that was following up on an order, following up on pricing, sending a revision request, it's just about understanding your tonality so that when someone else comes in, starts sending messages, it sounds just like you. Your clients never notice a difference. So then your VA can read the message, they can formulate their response. It doesn't matter if it's broken English or some detail is like a little wrong, or it's grammatically incorrect. They'll just paste it into the GPT, it'll reword it in your style, they'll copy it and paste it back into Gmail. I have our VA do this every single time. You can have a separate GPT for the text messages too, or you can have a combined one. Your tonality is your tonality at the end of the day, but the text messages will be shorter and more concise. You can combine them into one GPT, or you can make a separate one, whatever's easier, but just make a GPT or create the system prompt that says, hey, you're going to receive a message, reword it to sound like the following text messages that are our brand voice. Take the last 20, 30 messages you've genuinely sent to clients, paste them in, and then your VA can go to your custom GPT and they can write whatever they want, but before they send the text message, they'll paste it in the GPT, copy the GPT response, and then send that to the client. That way it always sounds like you. You can be monitoring OpenPhone. Guys, I sit back and relax. My VA talks to clients. If a client has a edit request, I just see the VA take care of it because she can do as good a job as me. Because I've taught her, this is what good photos look like. This is our brand, our core values. We deliver things on time, faster than everyone else. You can do that too. You can get your time back, whether that's because you want to chill out at night or you want to spend those extra hours doing business development. It's all possible. So just recapping real quick. So A, find someone on Upwork. You can hire them there. You don't even need a number of hours. They can just log the hours they actually work. So you don't have to like put them on a fixed schedule. A lot of people are very willing to do that, especially if over time, because they're committing to helping you on the admin side so you can grow your business. They'll understand they're going to get more hours over time. And a lot of them are looking for work. Like a lot of people are looking for work overseas. Okay, run the test for 1 week with a few different people. Test how good their responses are. Give them the SOP about replying to clients and doing quality control. See how good their draft replies are based on the client inquiries that are coming in. And then see when you ask them to do quality control on a listing, what they would actually change. Okay? And then you'll see who has the most attention to detail, who's responding the fastest. Whoever's the best of the 3 people, hire them full time. Just keep working with them after that contract period. Tell the other people, okay, hey, I appreciate it, but unfortunately it's not going to work out. Then you have your SOPs for quality control and delivery. You know, if you use Spiro, Ario, Tonimo, HD Photo Hub, just show exactly what you do. Take the transcript of you doing QC and delivery, copy it into ChatGPT, set a deadline for when deliveries are due each day, and then create your SOP that your VA follows checklist style. So you have one for deliveries, one for replying to clients. You know, what's the expected reply time? Is it 1 minute? Is it 30 minutes? So that you can hold them accountable and there's a benchmark, right? Because you might say, oh, they're not doing it as good as me, but if you never set the expectation that you want them to be replying within a minute of getting a text, then there's no way to hold them accountable. You got to be clear on that. Put it in words, put it in a checklist. At the end of the day, as an entrepreneur, if you're trying to not be an artist and a photographer and you're trying to be a business owner, you got to see where you're spending the most time in the day and replace yourself. And luckily, we can do this by getting a VA and supercharging them with AI. Okay? Make your custom GPTs, make sure you have the tonality right. And that right there, saving yourself the time of doing quality control and delivery, as well as responding to clients about basic things over text and email like revision requests, invoice, etc. That's going to save you so much time throughout the day that you can get back. And then there's other stuff you can do. Do it in the same way. Instagram posts. Take the last 20 captions you've made, put it in a GPT, and then make it your brand's Instagram caption writer. What your VA could then do is just like take the Zillow listing description, paste it into the GPT, and then it could reword it into a nice caption based on how you usually do it. And then you could make an SOP that's like, hey, every single day, take the nicest listing that we shot, check if it's on the market yet, if it's live, and then take the Zillow description, paste it into this GPT, asking it to rewrite it like the demo captions, and then post it. Okay, like you can systemize all this stuff and pay $3 an hour to do it. Guys, even if they were working 40 hours a week, it's 120 bucks you're down. If you make one sale, that's going to cover that. And I bet you can make a whole lot more. It's going to allow you to grow your business like crazy. So that's how I would create systems and processes and enable a VA so I can get my time back and grow my business. I've done it before. I've helped a lot of other people do the same exact thing, and it's not that hard. You just have to take the actual step towards doing it. Guys, you can get this done in a week. In a week from now, your business could look radically different if you start leveraging a VA. Get them in Slack, teach them what you do, and I promise with training and coaching and systems in place, they can do it just as good, if not better than you can.